Alright, what up, guys? I don't know why, but I feel extremely tired right now. Still here, still showing up to the charts, and yeah, let's go ahead and backtest. Let me know how I can make these better, guys, but every single day, I'm just gonna keep going. I wish I wasn't so tired right now, but anyway, let's go ahead and start reviewing. So, let's look at what we had today, right? It's always interesting. There's always so much to review. And honestly, I'm gonna take out my AirPods. Okay. And I might listen to music later, but we'll see. So, right, this daily IRL to ERL move ended up playing out, and this is something that, honestly, guys, we should have printed on this, right? Because I've been saying for a while that this was probably gonna be daily gap to external range high. But yeah, we should have baked on this. But anyway, let's go into the chart and see how we could have, right? We can't just say, oh, why didn't we? Let's go figure out what happened. Guys, sorry, I have like no energy. It's because, I don't know, I just feel tired right now. Honestly, guys, I'm sorry that I feel tired, but honestly, I'm just probably not going to talk that much because, yeah, like I said, I feel kind of tired right now. So. Actually, I'm gonna listen to music. Kind of see this idea that we'd been framing for a while now. And now here we go. It played out. Yeah, guys, sorry I'm not talking so much. Honestly, guys, I'm really tired, so. Pretty obviously, this was a daily market maker buy model. We had equal highs up here. Honestly, guys, I thought it was possible this wasn't going to be low resistance yet, but it ended up being that, so. We had this 4-hour gap. So the key was to take this 4-hour Ferrari gap, 15-minute change in state, and it would take you up to all-time highs. Something we honestly could have taken was, even though we couldn't take this as the new version of the Phoenix model that we just created, where we enter as a soup, we could have taken this as change state delivery off of it. And there were other confluences as well, but this was just really nice low resistance liquidity. So we knew it was probably the market was probably gonna draw up there. So I like a 15-second change of state. And actually, you know, guys, I was considering trying to take that. I almost took it, right? I was looking for 15-second change in state. By the time we got 15-second change in state, we were all the way up here, which kind of made it pointless. So I guess you take this as a 5-minute change in state, or a 5-second change in state. Yeah, look at that. Now, that's not easy to take because you have to be ready for it, but if you had been ready for it, you definitely could have taken this. How can I be more ready for a trade like this? That's the thing, because, you know, these are going to be nice trades. It's just, you kind of have to be on your feet when it comes to it. So, accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution. The issue is, can you realistically calculate your size fast enough? That's the main issue. Other than that, I like it. Honestly, I like this even lower 5-second change. Nah, I'd probably take this one. Not an easy trade. And then you could leave a runner. I'd probably leave a runner. Or I'd trail my stop. That's probably what I'd do. All it takes is just one of these trades, though. And then bang. You're printing. You know what I mean? And if I enter this on personal, you know, it's not really that complicated because I just buy one micro every time. Hey, what up, Kirk? Hang on. So yeah, the annoying thing about taking a trade like this is it's on the 5 seconds. So can you calculate your risk across all your accounts? Probably not. But could I take this on my personal, risking one micro and just not really caring about the risk because I have the daily loss limit as my stop loss? Yes, I could definitely do that. And that actually work out really well, right? If I took this on personal with, you know, just literally clicking buy at the right time, then bang, you know? That's instant 2R on personal. So that's why I kind of like these lower time frame trades, is because I can take these on my personal, and they might not be best for calculating risk across all the accounts. Like, I'd have to be like, okay, 7 times 4 is 20. I actually could maybe do it, but I'd have to kind of anticipate the change in state. It wouldn't be super simple, but you could maybe do it. And then as well, you know, you could have taken the lower change in state. We'll look at that. And yes, you could have trailed your stop, and then if you put in a trailing stop, you actually take profit way higher, which is kind of cool. Which is probably what I would do on personal. 931. Flow state. Close. 1 minute rejection block. 5 second change in state. And then as well, you could have taken the lower one. Not as much of a fan of the lower one, but if you had conviction in it, sure, right? You could take it. Once again, though, it's kind of hard when you have to make a decision that fast. But I just want to show what's possible so we can learn. Because it really is pretty easy. If I just enter this kind of trade, when I just do one micro on personal, build an indicator that tells you how many contracts given the risk and reward parameters. That's not a bad idea. Can I have it input if I put a long tool on the screen, can an indicator convert it to, I don't know how to do that, but if I can do it like that, that'd be cool. I'll think about it. Yeah, the lower change in state's nice. And the sequential SMT is really nice too. So when you hit this high, you can trail stop. And yeah. So here's the other version. I think I already screenshot it. I'm going to screenshot it again. So this is same thing. 931. Flow state. Close. 1 minute. 5 second. Version 2. Either one of these. Yeah, then I remember right after this, the market was just chopping around. Uh, yeah. Then we got this move lower. And, bro, this is the issue. I'm not saying our time frames are important. They're really good. But what I'm saying is you can't take a trade on the high. You got to have everything framed, right? And I don't know. Clearly, I got induced. Then again, I don't know. It wasn't terrible. Like, nice closure. 5-minute change to delivery closure. It kind of looked like we were delivering lower, but 15-minute candle probably had it. Yeah, the 15-minute candle was still sweeping. Yeah, I'm not. But in hindsight, it really wasn't that obvious. Because at this point, we came below midnight. We came below 7:30. I actually might listen to music again. I don't know. Like I said earlier, for those who are just not getting here, I'm a little tired today. So, sorry if I seem out of it. I'm just tired, man. If any of you guys ever want to join these backtesting sessions, you can join them. Hop on Discord with me, and we can talk and review the market. But yeah, I'm just gonna listen to music. So yeah, 90-minute SMT here, and then there was a 22-minute SMT. I remember this. And Trader Day pointed this out, and it's like, this was so obvious, guys. Yeah, like I said, sorry if I sound tired, because I literally am. We looked at how this was a 2022 model. The key to this was definitely realizing that this was stacked sequential SMTs. I wish I had an indicator that told me it, but I don't, right? I have to figure it out manually, and it's hard. We're below the true open of the 90-minute cycle. You see why I like quarterly theory so much? It's like everything usually aligns. We're below all the true opens. And below 922. And then when you look at it like this, it becomes very obvious, like, oh yeah, this is why the market reversed, right? Discount relative to time. Not even to mention the true week open above. And yeah, this fair value gap was below all of our true opens. It's like yeah, well no duh, this ended up working out. I'm gonna mark the gap out like this to include the volume imbalance. Right? Because if it ever looks like that, just include the volume imbalance. It's gonna be a nicer looking gap. And yeah, nice 2022 gap. Once again, most other people might not see this as 2022. For me, yes, I do, because this is displacement. So that's what matters to me, is did we get displacement? Okay, cool. I don't really breaker structure, it's not about breaker structure. It's about context, and we had displacement here. So yeah, I wish I could take this trade. It's just not easy, right? But yeah, if you guys are just now joining, sorry if I'm being less talkative. I'm just exhausted, guys. I'm defeated, but I'm never quitting, if that makes sense. We gotta make a new template for this. I always love when I make a new template because it's like, oh wow, I've never done that before. And it makes you feel like, yeah, like I just did something I didn't do before. That's kind of cool. You know? Means you're learning, you know? And it tells you you're making progress, which is always cool. So you see how this is kind of, you see why I like this, like quarterly theory. It becomes very obvious that we're going to expand. So, you guys might be wondering, where's the AMD? All this is A. Manipulation. Actually, we don't need to mark that out. It's fine. We can clearly see it's AMD, right? And then yeah, if you took an entry like this, this is tricky, but I guess you'd probably do stop like that. To be honest, guys, there's a chance I would just wait for a low time frame change and stayed off of it. But let's just say that we took it like this. I'm not saying that I would, but measure out this order block. It's crazy. We're still going up. Was this a gold block range? Yeah, it was. Which this makes me think that this was actually a lower time frame model, which makes a lot of sense actually. Yeah, here you can see this fair value gap a little bit more clearly. Let's drop down to the 15-second. We sweep into the low dealing range, and there we go. Now all of a sudden, oh wow, we do have a fair value gap within the fair value gap partition. Would you look at that? It's very cool, right? So this is actually a 15-second 2022 model. So I'm actually going to mark it out exactly as it is. It's a 15-second 2022 model. It's not a 1 minute. It's a 15-second one. It's kind of cool, right? I already marked out the 1 minute one, so. This, once again, extremely difficult trade to take. But this is why I like doing trades like this on, I want to be able to do trades like this on my personal account, because then I can just click the button. I don't have to calculate the risk or anything. I just do one micro and then just let it fly or whatever, you know? I just wish I had an indicator which told me when PD arrays were gold block levels, when we have sequential SMT. Like, that would make my life so much easier. Alright, then we go up to these low resistance highs. Not saying this is a realistic trade, but I just like to observe. And as well, like, maybe you want to wait for a change state delivery off the 1 minute gap, which is also fine. So this was at 9:59. 2022 model, 15-second. So actually GB, gold block 2022 model, right? Alright, let's move on. So there's a more realistic trade that Hydra took, which was basically, we had a, obvious A, M. So he just took this change of state, or this order block, or whatever you want to call it. And I actually like that a lot. Because we'd taken all of our true opens. At this point, it was obvious we were in a 2022 model. And we had a 15-minute gap. Now this looks very obvious, right? It's also in discount of this leg. And then look at this vulture gap right here. But that's not the point. Actually, nah, it is a point. I want to make the point. There's a vulture gap right there, meaning there's a volume imbalance below a fair value gap. It's going to be a confluence that the fair value gap's likely to hold. If we use a volume imbalance that's below a fair value gap, it's more likely to hold, right? Bang. Alright. Bang. 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 So, with all this in mind, we have a 15-minute gap. We're looking for a 1-minute change in state. And honestly, we don't get an obvious one. The one that Hydra takes is this. I don't know if I like that, because it's a little far in premium. So I guess there's not much else that I would take here. Unless... No, I don't know. No precision swing point. Oh my gosh. New day opening gap. That's crazy. Wait, yo, what? He introduced our vulture gap as a suspension gap? Oh, my. Bro, we came up with that first, bro. He can't name a concept after we already figured it out. You're kidding me. Are you serious? That's unbelievable, bro. We already named it. It's too late. That's just crazy. Alright, I'm screenshotting this. You can kind of see this whole narrative that got framed here, right? Is it easy to catch all this in the moment? No. Heck no. That's why I suck at trading most of the time. Because I can't see all this in the moment. I wish I could. And I'd probably already be a millionaire. If I could see all this right as it was happening, I'd already be a millionaire. That's the... So someone asked me in stream today, what do you think your issue is? It's not, there's, as far as understanding goes, there's no issue. If I could freeze time every candle, record down all the information, and then press play, then I'd be fine. But like, you can't do that. And yeah, you could do higher time frame trades. I know, Gary. Yeah, I know. I don't know, man. if I'm taking, it's hard because unless the higher time frame is expanding, you can get chopped up trying to take a higher time frame trade. If it's only a lower time frame AMD, is what I'm trying to get at. All right, so 1 minute CSD into that order block, broke internal structure. Yes, so this was really nice because Hydra took this 1 minute order block, 1 minute change in state, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I really love those time-based SMTs at the low. Okay, so let's just put this in here as market maker time-based SMTs and true opens frame nice market maker buy model going into 10 a.m. right? The cool thing about 10 a.m. it's the 10 a.m. power of 3 type of trade, right? Let's say we could freeze time. If we could freeze time right at 10 a.m., do you think it can be that, or that you overcomplicate it? I overcomplicate it because it's the truth. Like, I mean, the market uses all these things. So I might be overcomplicating it, but I'm doing so because I don't just want to be like, eventually I don't just want to be good at trading. I want to be really good, right? I want to be really, really good one day. Not just because I really, I don't, it's just not my personality is the thing. My personality is having a very in-depth understanding of what's going on. But that's just me. Yeah, I already screenshotted this, plus... Oh, yeah, I was going to mark out the 10 a.m. thing. Yeah, I already marked that out. So, going into 10 a.m., we had... Yeah, look. So, 10 a.m. Can we get the 10 a.m. candle pulled up? 10 a.m. candle. This is when... Did we void into 10 a.m.? That's crazy. What a strange thing. The way, like, 10 a.m. is such a sensitive time. 9:59:45, 10 a.m. Bet you people literally put limit orders. People literally put limit orders right here. Because this was a 15-minute 2022 model, right? And then we have the vulture gap below. Actually, would you consider this a volume imbalance, Kirk? Because it's the opposite of a volume imbalance. The bodies are not leaving a gap, they're overlapping. I don't know, but either way, that was where the market found its low. And then we'll move higher. Okay. Alright. And yeah, we get inversion. So let's get rid of everything. We kind of get that idea. The market got a market maker buy model going into 10 a.m. We had 10 a.m. power of 3. Oh, once again, 10 a.m. power of 3. Oh, this is good. This is good. Let's get rid of the SSMTs real quick. 10 a.m. power of 3. Just pay attention to how 10 a.m. power of 3 takes time based takes up time, right? 10 a.m. power of 3. This is how you know which way 10 a.m. is likely to expand, because 10 a.m., right as 10 a.m. opens, we take out all of our time levels, and then we expand the opposite direction. Whoops. Right, you see what I'm saying? We take out those times, and then we expand. So that's something to look out for, because if that happens, we could probably anticipate the market to keep expanding. PO3 manipulates time levels. Yeah, about this 5-minute change in state failing, right? This 5-minute change in state failing, it's something we should talk about because I took it and it was a loss and it wasn't that good. And was it not that good? Well, where's the sweep? Where's the sweep? Right, yes, we sweep out these. But that's not a sweep. That's like a close, weird looking close. I don't like it. This is my opinion. Once again, guys, I'm kind of tired. I don't know why, but I'm kind of feeling a little sick, too. All right. You know, this is a signature that you'll always remember in price, where we like inverse with a bad inversion and then we come back up with a good inversion. So remember that signature where this inversion is basically inverse twice, and then all of a sudden this is looking real nice. So very simple trade with that one, right? Doesn't take a rocket scientist to take this one. And then, what kind of liquidity do we have above over here? We had previous day's high, that was the main draw, right? Yeah, imagine you took if anyone on Twitter like posted this trade and said, "Yeah, I took this," I'd be like, bro, I am just blind. I suck. Because this is just such a simple, easy trade. And if I could just see it in the moment, then that'd be great. But I don't sometimes. And then, yeah, up to proof stays high. What a simple trade. Not saying it's easy to spot, but I mean simple. A guy called Benjamin did. Bro, I think I know what you're talking about. Man, Benjamin, I don't know. That's his channel name. Yeah, I know this the Benjamin guy. I don't know, man. Like, all of his trades are so obvious, and it makes me mad that he's taking them and I'm not, if that makes sense. It's like, wow, how did he see it and not me? But you know what? Whatever. I'm not gonna get upset at someone else's success. He's doing good, so good for him. But it's like, wow, why can't I see those when they happen? 10 a.m. right? Very simple trade. You could even take this as a Jan entry. I'd actually probably prefer to take it as a Jan entry. 10 o'clock. IFEG on the 5-minute. It's on Wednesday. Meaning, let's just wait for a little bit of a retrace. We'll take it like that, and then like that. Now we got way better RR, right? I think you're too smart for Kirk. How does that make sense, bro? You're funny. Oh, you're funny. You're a funny guy. I'm too smart for trading. Well, then why? Why can't I just... that just makes me mad. Oh my gosh, you're funny, bro. Yeah, let's just say that. So this is 10:05 Jan entry. IPG-J on the 5-minute. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and save that. Oh man. So when we get this 5-minute inversion, right? Where's the first presented for value gap? We get the first presented for value gap here, don't we? 929, 930. Wait, what? Is this? Yeah, no, this is the first presented for value. That's such a strange first presented for value gap, but like you would almost think this one's not the first presented, but this one is. We tap it. I don't know how we use it. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe you could take it as an inversion. We end up coming back down. It's not. It's kind of a scary way to take it, because look at how much drawdown you encounter. I mean, theoretically, right? Theoretically, pop off the low inversion. Most likely, if I took this, I'd have stopped like this, and I get stopped out. You know. So something to keep in mind in my mental notes for the future, like be careful of a trade like that. Alright, I guess what else should we look at? Maybe there was opportunity to maybe like pre-market looks ugly, bro. I wish I could say there was opportunity in pre-market. I'm not super seeing it. Maybe there's opportunity to short this leg down. It's always possible. Oh man. I guess there was SMT there. I don't know. There's nothing I like within that pre-surprised action, so I'm just going to be realistic. I would not take anything there. There was this inversion. I know Hyper took this inversion. It's clean. Very simple. Nothing really wrong with it. It worked out. So, I mean, I guess I should mark it up. Right? Let's mark it up. 1 minute IFEG off the low here. Very, very simple trade. Not much to it other than just an inversion with a void and then LRLR. Maybe even you could take it as a Jan entry. I don't know, man. After it came back up and then down and up, it's kind of scary. I don't know. Probably wouldn't take it. I'm not super in love with it. It's too scary for me. But it does the job. It makes 2.5 to 1. Cool, I guess. Like I said, I probably won't take this. That's actually interesting. It is possible to be too smart for trading. You think? It's kind of funny. Maybe. Either way, I'm gonna keep showing up. I don't care. That's funny. I appreciate it, guys. You guys are so nice to me. But yeah, super simple 1 minute inversion. Not much to it besides the fact that we sweep the low and then get our stacked time-based SMTs. 1 minute inversion. Treat this as a void. And yeah, bang, TP hit. Now, yes, you know, there's a million ways to screw this up. I'm not, like, realistically, I would probably try and take this, and I would screw it up bad, right? But I still want to mark it out, so. Because, like, if you don't take this inversion and then hold it, you're going to mess this up. If you go break even, you're going to mess it up. If you had your stop too tight, you're going to mess it up. If you entered too late, you're going to mess it up. Like, there's so many ways I could probably mess this up, and so, but I'm just going to mark it out, right? Apparently Hyper took this, and it was really nice, so good job, Hyper. I don't think I'm going to make a market recap today. I really don't feel like it. This is going into the 10 a.m. macro, so it's another thing to consider. I'm not going to mark that out, though. I'm too lazy. Nah, guys. Like, I'm fine, bro. I don't care what anyone says. Like, too smart, too dumb, too too windy thing for trading, or I'm failing trading. Guys, no, I'm not. I'm not. I don't care how many times I lose in a row. I'm never failing trading because you know everyone sees you as failing trading, and then all of a sudden you go on a hot streak, and then all of a sudden the narrative's completely different. Like I had such a hot streak in like February of this year, and I got payouts and it's crazy. Like I thought for sure I was just consistently profitable, and it's like it's just never feel like I don't know, like you're failing trading because there's so much volatility in the journey. So I don't personally think I'm failing trading at all. I don't care how many times I lose. I don't think I'm failing trading. I don't care. Stop loss. If anything, by letting myself hit my stop loss, I'm winning because I'm not tilting. That's how I see it. You guys can disagree with me. That's fine. That's what I see it. I see it. I don't care how many times I lose. Losing is not losing in trading. Losing is not losing. Let that sink in. Losing in trading is not losing in trading. Losing in trading is going on a tilt. That's the only way you lose. If you take a loss, it's not a loss. It's not possible for it to be a loss because it's not truly losing. It's a learning opportunity. $9.54 inversion for value gap 1 minute. Theoretically, 10 a.m. red folder should be noted. Oh yeah, I didn't even realize that. I should have looked at that. 10 a.m. red folder. Yeah. There wasn't any crazy insane move in either direction, but when we got the 10 a.m. red folder news, we swept out those time levels and then continued. So yeah, maybe you take this as a Jan entry. I don't know. I don't even know if it's worth marking out in the journal, but maybe, right? You know what? Fine. Let's mark this out as a 1 minute 2022 model. Let's do it like this. I think I already did, but let's just do it again. But yeah, I'm taking a mental note. I'm not gonna go crazy and mark it up. But I'm taking mental note. Not necessarily going crazy, but I'm just gonna mark it out like that. So 10 o'clock. 2022 model on the 1 minute. And yes, I consider this 2022. I don't care. There's no break of structure. There's displacement. That's what matters. Okay, I gotta blow my nose again. Resilience is key. You will win, but just do the base hits 2-1 and keep doing your views for later. Incremental growth. Yeah. I agree. I gotta be a little bit more conservative sometimes because if I never get those wins, if I never hit even 2-1s, it obviously depends on the context. I really do think it depends on the context, but I think 2-1s more often is really important because you got to give yourself those wins to basically preserve mental capital. It's not even that might not even be the most profitable way, because personally I think, if you could have insane discipline and hold all them to the true draw and liquidity, then maybe that'd be better. But what I'm saying is having wins is important for mental capital. Yo, what up, Medbach? So a pretty chill review of the market we're doing here. Let me know if you see any trades and if you have anything you want me to review. But yeah, we ended up running up to previous day's high. Kind of want to look at the higher time frame. How could we have framed a higher time frame idea going into the session? Right, we ended up taking out all those true opens, like I said. Whoa. Exactly, Kirk. Exactly. Yo, you know what? This confirms this idea of basically all, in my opinion, and from what I've seen from my backtesting, and I'm not even gonna say my opinion anymore. I'm just gonna say it how it is. Order blocks, change of state deliveries, interchangeable. Interchangeable, right? 4 hour. Let's say we have a 4 hour for value gap, right? 4 hour for value gap. Yeah, 4 hour gap. So I don't care if this isn't looking like a normal change in state. I'd honestly still treat this as a change in state because it's an order block, and well, then again, I'd kind of want to see if this was in a dealing range. If it was, obviously, that would give me a lot more conviction in that order block. So if this order block is any order block partition, that would give me more conviction. That's what I'm looking for. Nah, wait, we gotta go one higher. Oh my gosh. We're pretty high here. It actually could be. Nah, but it was a liquidity sweep. Anyway, I don't know. It's not obvious enough to even mark out. But what I was going to say is possibly consider that 15-minute change in state of delivery. And then measure out standard deviations. Yeah, see how the market perfectly respects that? That's how I can tell it's being used by smart money. See that? But once again, I'm not saying that was an obvious trade. I just wanted to take note of it. Yeah, obviously this was AMD, right? 1 hour. Oh, look at this. This is something we probably should have taken a little more note of, is that this 1 hour inversion. Then again, is it that light bulb though? Is it? I don't know. Maybe it's not. I don't think it's that light bulb. We closed a little high. But it is a daily change or a 1 hour change in state of delivery. That kind of looks decent. Was there a daily key level? Fireworks? The heck? Why is fireworks going off outside? You guys want to see something really cool that I was looking at? Let me know if you do, because I think it's pretty cool. So maybe you can consider this daily volume imbalance a key level, but once again, it's not obvious. So I don't like to mark out things that aren't obvious. The most obvious thing was 4-hour gap here. I don't even know what else to look at, guys. I guess there's PM, but I don't love looking at PM because it's not even price action that we could have really even traded. But I guess we can look at PM. Let's look at PM. Or like maybe late morning. And yeah, this is going a little longer than normal, but honestly, guys, I'm okay with it. I'm not really doing anything, so. This was AMD on the low time frame. Pretty clearly, whenever we're expanding like this, these low time frame AMDs will hold nicely. Wait a second. Is today a holiday? Why is there fireworks? So the first percent for I'm sorry guys, you probably are wondering what I'm doing. I'm going through old first presented for value gaps. This is the one for Monday. I want to see if this got used. Oh man, because you know how cool it would have been if we popped down into it at the low and then we came higher. Did you trade Asia? Nah, I'm trying to stick to only New York right now because, actually I'll consider trading Asia on demo or London on demo, and I might make separate accounts just for Asia and London. I'm considering doing that. I'm still kind of deciding, but as of right now, as far as taking official trades, I'm trying to be consistent with my taking them in New York. I might change that though. I might make specific accounts just for London and just for Asia. But as of right now, I'm not. We could look at Asia right now, but there's not much to look at. Like being realistic, we're back above all-time highs. Like, what are we supposed to do? Long? It's just there's not a lot of opportunity when you're just straight up, Oh man, what else do we even look at? Oh yeah, we were gonna look at later in the day. So obviously this was AMD. So maybe there was a trade within here, but if it was a trade, it wasn't a high prob. It was a low time frame whack type of weird trade that I would not recommend taking, right? But yeah, maybe you took this 1 minute gap and then you took a 15-second change of state. Once again, not necessarily suggesting to take a trade like this. Ironically, though, the funny part about these kinds of trades is these trades can have some of the highest RR, and it's kind of stupid. This is actually kind of stupid. But yeah, we actually have a SMT with that low. Now I'm getting really curious, guys. Really? You see Phoenix model? I'll have to take a look at it in a second. So this is 10:45. Okay. So the 90-minute cycle goes 10:45 or yeah, 9 o'clock, 10:30, So the 22-minute cycle. Now my brain is hurting. 10:52. Alright, yeah, we do have a 22-minute SMT here. So, I don't even think this is worth marking down because it's just not a trade I would ever take, but I'm taking a mental note. I'm not going to say I would take it, but what's the true open of this? 10:30, 10:52. So yeah, it's crazy the opportunity. Like I could take this on demo, and it would be super high R trade. It'd be kind of sick. 10:52. I see once again I don't have a template for this yet because this is all stuff that I've been learning recently. Which I love. I love making new templates because it means that I'm learning something. So this is the true open. 1 minute for value gap. 22-minute sweep. Where is the sweep at anyway? And then yeah, you could take the higher one. That one, I don't like that one. I'd wait for this. And then bang. Okay, genuinely, what is going up with the fireworks, dude? You guys hear that? There's fireworks. The crap? So yeah, let's just say we took it like this. Alright, I changed my mind. I am going to record this. But it's crazy because one lower time frame entry like this on a higher time frame trade could make you like it's a holiday? What's the holiday? I don't even know the holiday. Am I bad for that? Is it bad that I don't know the holiday? Dude, I don't know. There's obviously fireworks. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm honestly pretty confused. I don't think it's a holiday. Dude, that was a big one. That was a big one. Yeah, like I said, this is not a high probability trade. I'm just marking it out because I'm curious. But I'm not saying it's high probability. But what I was trying to get at is just one trade like this, aimed on a higher time frame, you know, on a move up on the higher time frame. It's gonna make you insane RR, and that's why I don't hate lower time frames like everyone else does, because I know the power of like just taking one good lower time frame trade and then letting it run. It's crazy powerful, right? And you see how this is the whatever the standard deviation. This is the 16th standard deviation. And look at how we perfectly go to it, right? I'm not saying that this is what we should do all the time. I'm not saying that. But I just want to show you why I don't hate lower time frame. And you can see it's pretty precise too. 4th standard deviation hit, 8th standard deviation hit. You can see Smart Money's taking profit here, obviously, right? These are places the market people are taking profit. Once again, is it not always... Is it riskless? No. But that's why I don't hate it. That's why I think lower time frame can be good. But there's definitely more, you know, it can be scary. That's what I'm trying to say. You can very easily mess up. Okay. Alright, I think that basically marks out this trade. I guess let's drag this over. Once again, only reason I'm even marking this one out, guys, is because I kind of ran out of things to look at. Change to Phoenix model 2026 new year, new strategy. I trade, it's like, I love Phoenix model. I do trade Phoenix model, and I think Phoenix model is amazing, but I mean, I'm not going to limit myself, right? If I see a good opportunity that's a 2022 model, I'll take it. Because these markets, it's all about finding the AMD. And why would I limit myself to one specific, weirdly specific entry model within AMD when the market's so much more multi-dimensional than that. Uh, 11:27, 1 minute, 15 second. This is the 11:27. Oh my gosh, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. 11:27. Oh yeah, flow state retest. And then we'll show how it goes to the 8th as well, just for fun. Did you trade GC? What's that? Number 2. And then, yeah, theoretically, this ended up going to the 16th as well. Kind of cool. Okay. Why does it say 16 to 16.26? Did I really make that a typo? Oh. Bro. Alright, let's get rid of all that. Bro, maybe I might actually be sick. Alright. Like I said, guys, I ran out of things to look at, so I was looking at 15-second trades. Because what are you supposed to trade within this? There's nothing. There's no opportunity, so you kind of run out of things to look at. You make stuff up. I'm not making stuff up. It's a real trade. It's just I'm really looking into the fine details to find it. right? It's not a realistic trade. Theoretically, you could take it. Insanely difficult trade. But difficult trades, high risk, high reward, I don't know what else to look at, guys. I feel like, we could look at London. Yeah, let's look at London, bro. Let's look at London. Now this is actually getting me excited because I actually think, oh man, I'm actually getting really excited for this because I think this is really, maybe actually really nice. And guys, maybe my issue is that I trade New York and not London, because I swear London price action is so good so much of the time. And that actually could be my issue, right? You see how perfect, like, all you got to do with London is find the true session open and find the true day open and then find an entry that aligns with it. And that's it. Right? In this case, it was a 2022 model where we had a fair value gap. And then, so liquidity sweep, break of structure, fair value gap. And it was also above 130. Okay, this was actually really cool. I always think I'm going to be done, and then I change my mind. And this is also a new day, not new day opening gap, sorry, I misspoke. That's not a new day opening gap at all. But it is I guess it's on the 3 minute. So look at this on the 3 minute. Sweep of this high, break of structure of this low. Vulture gap? Yo, vulture gap? Okay, wait. It was so precise that whoever was putting orders in here literally couldn't get enough orders filled. They moved price because of it. Oh, that's nuts. So our vulture gap, it's a volume bounce above our 2022 gap. That top ticks it. No drawdown at all. Kirk, you seen this? Kirk, you here? That's pretty cool. Oh, I wonder if it was during the macro. Now I am very curious. So, for reference, what am I looking at? Liquidity sweep. Break of structure. Midnight. 130. Vulture gap. See if it's in within a GB range. We're gonna need to turn this down. We're gonna need to turn this down a lot. I don't like it. Still, very nice. Very nice. Then where do we go? Do we have some kind of drawn liquidity down there? Like, what was the reasoning? Was it an RTH gap? Yeah, I think I might make a separate account for trading macros for London. Because just one trade like that, just one singular trade like that, makes up for like 20 losses. Oh man. Yeah, I guess we have PM low there. It's the only thing I can see really. So no drawdown. None. Absolutely zero drawdown. It's a crazy trade. Could you imagine? Yeah, no big deal. Just caught a 10R, no drawdown. You know, the huge. So, like I said, from the vulture gap to PM low. So we hit stop loss like that. This is why I want to take trades like this in London, because like, oh my gosh, just one of these on a personal account is just gonna make up for everything. That's why I'm considering taking trades in London, because it's like, oh man, that'd be nice. What up, Javier? Yeah, this is just crazy nice. So liquidity sweep, break of structure for value gap within premium of the displacement. Vulture gap, delivery lower. We sweep midnight and 130. So this is a vulture model. I can't wait to take one of these. I'm actually curious if this was in a macro. Like maybe a special London macro that's not normal. Yeah, look. Look when price accelerates right as this 233 macro starts. That's nuts. So I don't know. The issue is when we get that entry, it's not within the macro, but this one is. Yeah, dude, I like this. I like this. See this? That's when we expand. Imagine saying macros aren't real. That's like saying that there's no clouds in the sky. Like, bro. What? Macros are real, buddy. Sorry, T-Trades. Macros are real. Macros are real. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to draw this out. I guess like this. We got like Mr. Beast colors going on right now. What the heck? So, London macro. And you see why I actually like this, because that was exactly when we went to go run liquidity. What's the entry price? I'll show you exactly what it is. So, yeah, so the entry price is 24,773. So here's what happened, right? Very simple trade. Obviously, you know, it has risk to it just like everything else does, but very, very precise, and that's why I'm showing it. Liquidity sweep, break of structure, mark out premium to discount of displacement. We come back up to premium into a 3-minute fair value gap. I'm combining these two gaps. We perfectly sweep midnight into the volume imbalance above the 2022 gap, and then from there it's just a straight shot down to PM low. So I call this vulture model. Kirk and I kind of came up with it, and yeah. We just noticed that whenever you have a 2022 model, if you have a volume imbalance that's above the 2022 gap, it's going to be super sensitive. So we just named it the vulture gap. And apparently ICT named his, apparently he copied us, and he has a new block now called the suspension block. Apparently he copied the vulture gap. Maybe he's watching my streams. Just kidding. I'm kidding, bro. ICT... all credit to ICT, bro. I could not figure out these markets if I was born in 1990, bro. Or I mean, he wasn't born in 1990, but if I was trying to learn to trade in 1990, it'd be impossible, bro. It'd probably take me, yeah, all respect to him. So yeah, 148 vulture model. 3-minute. So sweep, break of structure, fair value gap, volume imbalance. Man, guys, I'm getting pretty tired, honestly. Still, that's kind of sick, though, don't you think? Honestly, I'm curious, like, if you ever are just awake during London session and you just start to see the market aggressively expand in these London macros, I wonder if you just bought one macro in the direction of where it was expanding. Like, bro, don't tell me this would not be free money, man. Like, obviously we're expanding. I'm just gonna go boop. Oh, I'm in the move. Let's go. Stop the break even. We all know that it's not that simple, but I don't know. Theoretically, it's a fun thought. All right. Let's see. Let's see if anyone's watching, and then I might be done for now, guys. There's always more we can review, but I think it's time we're gonna, yeah, I'm just gonna be done. So, thank you for whoever showed up. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.